Hello everyone, welcome to Bowls 360. Well, as you can see, I'm flying solo again. Lee, the Lord Such, is unable to join me, probably for a couple of weeks too. Maybe for the last couple of games of the year we might get him back, but unfortunately work commitments have got in the way for Suchy to join us, but we'll do this on our own. Let's have a look at this very exciting 4 games to go, or 3 for a couple of the teams, but 4 games to go in the Premier League before we hit the finals. Let's see how it all stacks up. First off, we'll look at the South Perth versus Coburn game. It is 4th versus 9th for South Perth. Neil Griffin makes his way back into the team at the expense of Lisa Brannan. For Coburn, Gibson comes in for Bernard out. Their head-to-head record reads 7-4 South Perth's way at the venue, 3-2. Looks, going on those records, it's a venue that Coburn are not too scared of. They've won a couple of games there. I'm not sure what years they were, but it's certainly a venue where they can go to and play well at, but I can't see it happening on this occasion. South Perth, they're pretty well entrenched in the 4 at the moment. They should make short work of Coburn and win this game and progress through the ladder. Game 2 we'll look at is Aussie Park versus Sorrento. It is 5th versus 8th. No changes at Osborne Park after last week's big win for Sorrento. Mortimer, Potts come in for Hutchinson and Wicks. It is a 9-4 head-to-head record at Osborne Park's way, 4-1 to Osborne Park. They have a pretty good home record against this side. Sorrento are really struggling at the moment. They probably are waiting for the end of the season. They've had a horror year both on the field and off the field, so they're probably just waiting, get the season dusted, over and done with. We'll go through the predicted ladder or the projections going forward for them, but Aussie Park should win this game fairly comfortably. Our game 3 is the match of the day. Doubleview are playing Cambridge. It is 7th versus 2nd. At Doubleview, they welcome back Kyle McElroy, Ben Conway into the side at the expense of Lead and Steele. Cambridge, David Jones finds his way back in after his absence last week. Duncanson drops out. Head-to-head record is 16-20 to Cambridge's way at the venue. It is 9-8, a slight advantage to Doubleview. They certainly have locked horns plenty of times in the past. This looks to be an absolute cracker. I don't know what happened to Doubleview in their first 12 rounds, but they have found it, and they look to be a dangerous opposition for any side going into the finals. They put paid to Bassendean's chances last week. If Cambridge win this game, top spot beckons for them, so a huge game for them. Doubleview winning just puts a little bit of pressure as well on Bassendean. We'll look at those in a minute, but I'm going to slightly go with the form side here in Cambridge. I think they've got enough firepower to deal with Doubleview. It's certainly a very strong Doubleview team, and they are finding their mojo, but I'm going to go with Cambridge to win this one. And in our final game, it is Bassendean playing Leeming. 6th versus 10th is a 1-0 head-to-head record. The only game they played was earlier this season. For Bassendean, David Rhodes is back into the team, a welcome addition for them. Hitchcock also finds his way in. Ty and Stokes go out. At home, I don't have Leeming have won an away game this year. I should have probably checked it before I jumped on, but they will struggle away from home. They were always going to win some home games if they were going to win any. Bassendean looked to be too good in this game, and maybe that'll see them keep off 7th spot Doubleview snapping at their heels. We shall see. The tips, let's move into the tips. Round 14 last week, there were 6 games played. The Friday night surprise caught both me and Suchy out with that huge win to Manning, 7-1. The rest of the games got right except for the Manning game the last game of the round. We also got that wrong. So 4 tips each for us. For this week, we've all gone the same. South Perth, Osborne Park and Bassendean. The one we have different is Doubleview and Cambridge. Suchy has gone Doubleview, the home side. If he gets that, then we will be equal on 48 going into, or won't be 48 or whatever it'll be, but we'll be equal going into the last 3 games. If Cambridge get up, I'll be 2 clear of Suchy. Alright, let's have a look at the predictor. So what I've done, I've split them into groups. The first section of 3 are the top 3 on the ladder at the moment. Mount Lawley, Cambridge and Manning. I've got the result in there. of last Friday for the round 15 game, Manning beating Mount Lawley 7-1. I've highlighted in orange the key games I think to these sides coming up for Mount Lawley. Their last 2 games are critical for them. Probably the third game there, Osborne Park, the big one. The way I've got the predictor going, if they win that game, they will be certain of making finals. If Osborne Park win that game, then it will come down to rinks and shots. It'll be awfully close. So that game against Osborne Park, if they win that, then potentially the last game against Cambridge could decide top spot. That's how close it is on the ladder. That's why I've highlighted Cambridge's last game for them. Certainly if they can get over the W game this weekend, I think that Mount Lawley game will decide top spot. For me, Manning, I've labelled the South Perth game as their big game coming up. They should dispose of Bassendean and W. The W game is at home, is at Manning for them. So is the South Perth game, so I suspect they'll win that. I see them winning all their games coming home, pushing for that top spot on the ladder. The second group will be the other 2 teams fighting out for 4th spot. South Perth, I've highlighted that Manning game, critical to them. Aussie Park have a horrible run home, really. Cambridge, Mount Lawley, South Perth, they are all teams above them on the ladder. So if they're able to win all of those games, then they will certainly be playing finals, no doubt about it. So they've got a huge run home. If they can win those 3, they will probably enter the finals as some hope of winning the flag. So some big games coming up for them. I don't see them winning all 3 games of those, so I think they'll just miss out and finish 5th. The next group is the Bassendean W. They are probably going to sort out 6th and 7th. 6th spot, of course, being safe. I don't think Bassendean can make the finals. Even if they win all 4, I just can't see it happening. So their crunch game really are those 2 away games against Coburn and Sorrento. They should beat Leeming at home. They'll probably lose to Manning at home. But if they can win one of those 2 away games against Coburn or Sorrento, that should keep W at bay. Even if W win all their 4 games, there's something like a 12.5 point gap at the moment. So winning, if W win those 4 games, it's likely to be 26 points, which means Bassendean need to win about 14. 2 wins will do that. One of them will be this weekend against Leeming, so that's why they need to win one of those away games no matter what W does. If W drops one of those games, certainly the last game there against Manning and this weekend against Cambridge are critical to them. They drop one of those 2, they should beat Leeming and Coburn, then they will finish in 7th. And the final group are the bottom 3. I can't see those 3 changing positions at the moment. Sorrento is 12, I think it was 12 or 14 points clear of Coburn, and Leeming will finish in the bottom 2 no matter what. Coburn, even if they win all 4, I think all Sorrento have got to do is win about 5 points or 4 points out of those 4 games. So if they can do that, they would see that Bassendean game at home, last game of the year, potentially to win it for them. But they should hold on to 8th and get the game against the one white side to retain Premier League. Coburn and Leeming, for my predictions, will be demoted. Alright, that brings us to an end to today's show. Thank you once again for tuning in. We will see you all on Monday where we'll do the review of First Division. See you then. Bye.